What's going on, besties? It is Monday, May 11th. Welcome back to Mission Control. We are keeping things community focused with a 2-hour broadcast today. First up is news for people that have a job, and then it's straight vibes as we just chat about you and recap the chaos. We have a lot of ground to cover, but before we get going, what's up, crazy dad? How you doing? Always here for the vibes, always here with the high energy. I appreciate you. Praise be the node. Before we dive into today's dumpster fire of local government news and politics and elections and snitching corporations, we must perform the sacred ritual. So please, repeat after me. You got off tonight? Yes. That's nice. Okay. To the algorithm, the digital architects, and the nodes that power this connection. We acquire the acknowledgement of the bandwidth, and we respect the latency. And we pray our bit rates remain high to clearly render the corruption we are about to discuss. The node is appeased, so let's get into the news. Amen. Amen. Praise it be the node. Also, everyone, if you haven't yet checked it out, I have a whole all-new website at jamiedelphine.com. Be sure to check out, there's a partners section that's going to show like all the places that you can support the stream, different partnerships that I have, ways like getting discounts on your awesome glasses that you can get from Zenni because they make the best frames and have all the features like blue light protection and identity theft protection that you didn't know you needed. So everyone grab your emotional support coffee. It is time for news for people that have a job. And we're going to try to get through this quick, so buckle up. Today we're looking at corporate surveillance, the boom and bust reality of California housing, and LA laying off the exact people trying to save the city. Let's roll. Today, California hit General Motors with a record-breaking $12.75 million CCPA fine for secretly tracking drivers' geolocation and driver's habits, and then flipping the data to insurance companies to jack up your rates. That's right, your own car snitched on you. You thought you were just breaking a little hard for a squirrel and save a little innocent life, a little furry-tailed woodland creature. GM saw a data point that they could sell to Geico. So with the federal government asleep at the wheel on consumer protection, state privacy laws are really the only thing standing between us and our sedans testifying against us in court. So moving forward, we're going to talk about the home key audit. This one's here for us in California. Again, the state auditor just released a report on home key. California's $3.8 billion program to turn old hotels into housing. Spoiler alert. Throwing billions of dollars at developers with zero oversight doesn't seem to be a strategy to move the needle. The audit found millions of dollars tied up in rushed vetting, blown budgets, and like $3,000 homes rather of unfinished housing products. It turns out, that rushed money without community oversight is just a fancy municipal phrase for developer bailout. And I really hope that we get those 3,000 homes finished because I believe we paid for those. Another one here locally, Los Angeles. Just to let everyone know, the Los Angeles Housing Authority is without the counterpart that was dealing with our homelessness crisis. So essentially, it's not completely been shut down, but the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, which is commonly known as LAHSA, is actually slashing 414 positions due to budget cuts by the end of June. So LA is looking at a housing crisis. It's the worst housing crisis in a generation. And they said, let's fire the people who actually work on this. So the SEIU Local 721 workers who helped house 80,000 people last year, actually over the last 3 years, laying them off right now is like watching your house catch on fire, deciding to lay off the fire department to save money on water. We stand in absolute solidarity with the union pushing back. This is ridiculous. And I don't understand why there wasn't a plan, if there are other departments being developed, to make sure these workers still had jobs and continued this absolutely vital work for the city. We're going to go ahead and do an election rundown. So let's go ahead and get into it, because we are officially 3 weeks out from the June 2nd California primary. And we need to talk about the absolute circus that is the LA mayoral race. So if you watch the mainstream networks, all they want to show you are clips of the reality TV star Spencer Pratt running for office, screaming about wildfires. But if you actually search the socials and look at the grassroots organizing, the media is completely burying the real story. Because let's look at the actual math. Because the latest UCLA Luskin LA Times polling shows incumbent Mayor Karen Bass sitting at 25%. But progressive city council member Nithya Raman has officially surged to 17%, eclipsing Pratt. So, here's the kicker. A massive 40% of voters are still undecided. And Raman is making this a highly competitive race by refusing corporate developer cash and pushing hard on tenant protections. And it's clearly resonating with the working class. Not to mention, we have Ray Huang, who is a Reverend Ray Huang. I want to call her Mayor already, who is an absolute grassroots candidate who I've seen do nothing but work out in the community, speak on issues like the businesses that have been suffering from shutting down after the pandemic shutdowns. And it's just really refreshing to see somebody that's actually out in the community, listening, hearing our voices, working with us, and the media is just completely ignoring her. So, yeah. I hope you vote for Ray. That's my 2 cents. What news show is going to tell you which one's the right candidate? This one. So also, the establishment is actually so terrified of this momentum, they're actively dodging the progressive candidates, including Raman. Fox 11 actually just scrapped their upcoming primetime mayoral debate this week. Why? Because Bass suddenly pulled a no-show, claiming last minute to need to travel to Sacramento just to lobby for funding. This actually, this Spencer Pratt had already declined. He didn't want to go on there. Fox 11 just canceled the entire event. Like, rather than give Nithya a platform, rather than have actual progressive candidates debate it out and give them an hour of free airtime, they just canceled the debate because they can't defend the current status quo against an actual community-backed policy. They just can't spin it to their viewers, so they're just not going to air it. What they want you to focus on is the national dumpster fire. They want you distracted by reality stars running for office to pull your attention away from the policy. And when actual grassroots progressive candidates start surging in the polls, the establishment suddenly gets scheduling conflicts. And the network cancels the debate. And it's the same two birds of the same wing. At this point, it's not even 2 different birds. Do not let them win this game. So the news won't cover the progressive momentum, so we have to. The local levels where the actual tangible power is. Don't lose the eyes on the bag. What's up, Mr. Goodtime? Check your voter registration besties. They're out now. I have mine. I haven't filled it out. I just have to fill it out and put it in the mail because I'm doing mailing. But June 2nd. Is how we build the firewall against the fascist uprising right here in our backyard. So be sure to do what you have to do. It's like voting is the bare minimum. Literally. And that's it for today's news for people that have a job. I try to get it done in 15 minutes. Hopefully everyone found it informative. What's going on? We're just going to hang and chill and just vibe, maybe watch some videos. By the way, while we are dismantling the system, I do have to make sure to mention we do have to still stay looking good while doing it. So be sure to go to jamiedelphine.com and hit the Zenny button, or you can check out any of these links in chat. Protect your retinas from the blue light of screens and scanning of the basically they can steal your identity with your retina now. So you need glasses that have IR blocking privacy technology. Something you didn't even know you needed. So you can go to Zenny, you can get those at a really great price. And if you use Jamie Delphine at checkout, that's JAMIEDELPHINE at checkout, you can get yourself like a discount. And honestly, they all look really good. So you're welcome. That's it. I've done my plug. I did my bits. I got my clips. Clip everything. We're going to clip it and clip that and clip the news. Now let's just hang out. That was the heavy lifting. Honestly, I was really nervous. I was working on a lot of things today. I didn't know if I was going to get this new segment as clean as I did. That was actually, I'm really happy we got there. So what's up? Where are you at? Are you in California? Are you voting for Ray Huang? Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Or do we finally get a progressive candidate? I don't know why we didn't lean harder into Ray is the LA Mamdani. We should have done that. I don't know why that wasn't clearer. Everyone who's on the ground gets it. But not everybody's on the ground. And that's okay. A lot of people, have reasons. Some people don't. But hey. It's like a really crazy city where the mayor actually doesn't have that much power. The Los Angeles City Council actually holds more power than the mayor. The way that our city charter is set up. Which is fun. It's a weird city to have this many people and have the seat of power be the city council and there only be 15 seats. That's nuts. That's absolutely insane. I think it's like 8 million people in the county, but the city proper was like 2 million. How many people are in the city of LA? 3.87. It's twice what I thought it was. That was like 2. It's like 4. The county's got. I thought it was 8. It was like 8.1 last time I checked. Now it's 9.7. Hot damn. That's a lot of people. But don't vote for Spencer Pratt. Whatever you do, get your ballots in. Check the clips. News for People with a Job is over. I'm happy to chat about anything that I talked about today. I'm also happy to chill and decompress, whatever y'all want to do. Anything I talked about has a link that's in the Discord. Be sure to check out the Discord. Join the Discord. That is Mission Control. And it's been honestly like a really crazy busy day. And I have an even crazier ass this week. I've got project I'm on an NDA, not allowed to talk about it. Several other things in the pipeline. It's a crazy time to be me. It is a nuts time to be me right now, chat. But hey, could be worse. Could have nothing going on. That would suck. That would be bad. That would not be good. Should we watch some videos? Should we just like watch some stuff or something? Like, what do we want to do? Oh yeah, they had me sign. Oh yeah. You know what it is because they talked to me about a lot of it before I signed an NDA. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about like at all. I think it was pretty much like all encompassing. I have to double check, but I'm just being on the safe side. I'm just calling it the project that I'm doing. So, yeah. It's, it's fine. It's fine. Soon, everyone will know exactly what we're talking about. Everyone will know. It might be real. Okay. What do you mean it might be real? The project that I'm doing? I, I'm filming this week. I mean, we're filming. I, yeah, I don't want to, yeah, it's happening. Yeah, unfortunately, like, we talked about it a little bit. You'd have to watch some VODs. I'm not going to take them down because there's no NDA when we talked about it, and they can't NDA me before I sign the NDA. I didn't know the topics, like I didn't know like specifics. Ooh, now I'm saying too much. But yeah, it's happening. Something it's kind of big. It's kind of big. So I'm a little nervous about it, honestly. But hey, you know what? It's yeah, you can say that. You can say that. That's that's one way to say it. Um I don't know. Have you ever just like I don't know. I'm a content creator, so like I have these thoughts. I don't know, call it main character energy or whatever it is you want to call it. I have these thoughts where I'm like that I would be perfect for that. You see something and you're like, I should do that. Like I would be really good for that. And this was one of those things. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to participate. So um I think it's good. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. My favorite X-Men character was also that character. I really liked her yellow jacket. The power that she had was like, oh, don't worry about it. If you're new to the channel, you'll find out soon. I can't say anything. I'm literally on an NDA. They might just take it away from me if I talk about it too much. So excuse me if I move on. I just don't want to get in trouble. But you'll definitely know. Like there's no way you're not gonna know. Like unless I get pulled from it or something. Um, on in other news, I opened an Etsy store. Don't ask. It's a small personal project of mine. Um, there is a there is also a possibility. I was waiting to hear back about a job interview. There's a possibility that I'm being considered for a job, and I'm waiting to see. I don't know if they're calling my references or what's going on before I talk to someone else. But I talked to someone about a job and was hoping that I would have had like an official like interview by now. Um, I'm yeah, in the 97 cartoon she did have quite the character growth. Like she went from like a kid to like literally like one of the core members of the X-Men. Like they she grew up there, so like it makes sense, but it's crazy to see that arc through oh wait, are you talking about the new one? Because you watched that character arc in the old X-Men. The new X-Men 97. See, I haven't watched it. I tried to watch it, but it feels like it's made for kids. And it feels like YA. And like if I'm gonna consume media in my spare time, I'd rather not consume YA. Like no offense. It just it gave YA vibes, like young adult. Like it wasn't made for adults. I was just kind of like this just isn't it. What like I feel like the target audience for the original X-Men cartoon was an older demographic than the 97 cartoon. I don't know what they were shooting for. It was like, hey, we're gonna launch this cartoon that is straight nostalgia fuel. Like it's gonna hit you right in the vein, but it's kind of toned down from the original one, and we're really kind of making it for like kids today with today's ratings. Because I feel like some of the themes that they touched on in the original X-Men cartoon were it was definitely like I can't believe they put this in a children's cartoon like a few times. I can remember like more than a few times. Um, but I mean, they did the same things with like Looney Tunes. Like they knew kids wouldn't understand, and that was just always really that Genosha seemed hardcore. I don't even know who's Genosha. I don't even know that character. See, now you're gonna make me Google something. Good job. Genosha. I don't even know that character. The Republic of. I hate this place. All when I see this place, this is what humans would do to us. So she's officially the Republic of Genosha. Oh, it's like a continent. Oh, turn it into a mutant haven. Okay, so is this the place that Emma Frost ends up being like in charge of or something in that unit? I'm not super familiar with this timeline. Is Genosha from uh, uh let's see, Earth. Oh, it was attacked by wild sentinels. Oh wow. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm reading the lore. I fell into a lore pit, y'all. Earth's mutant population never recovered. Mutants suffered a second near extinction event. Which also took place. So Genosha was just like a death trap for them. They kept having near extinction events. In all honesty, X-Men was always for young adults. Whatever those children were going through, X-Men was relatable. That's real. Yeah, and it always was like that because like they're mutants like adapting through as they change, as they get used to like the parallels to puberty and the mutants like getting used to their powers are entwined, like intertwined, quite the same, one and the same. They're literally the same arcs. That how do you say it's the same phrase, different font. Um, I mean, Avatar: The Last Airbender was targeted for children, but it's still so good. See, I haven't seen that, and I still need to see that. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Um, I honestly, on my hand, would watch it. Um, I just have so much other things that I wanted to watch that I've been getting through. I don't know if y'all have watched this movie that I just saw last night that is like coming out. Um, it's called Project Hail Mary. If you get a chance to see Project Hail Mary, do it. It is one of the best movies that I have seen in a long time. So definitely check that one out. Genosha was changed into a safe haven, but was originally a mutant slave camp. Yeah, that's what it says. It says that there were oppressors that I guess Magneto took the island from them, and the United Nations was like, yeah, go ahead, which is a very X-Men universe thing to happen. Um, I watched MK2 instead. Yeah, MK2 and what's MK2? I don't know MK2. MK2. Mortal Kombat 2. Did that just come out? They Wait. Did they drop a sequel to the original Mortal Kombat like 20 years later or something? Are you serious? I mean, I thought they were going to do a Mortal Kombat movie. No, no, that's not what they did. You saw it in theaters. Gosling did good. Yes, Gosling did amazing. I'm a fan of Gosling. I've had a crush on him for a long time. I think Gosling's really hot. Um, but he didn't look anything like he used to. He really made himself like a dweeb and lost a lot of muscle and stuff for this role. He was a very like computer guy. Um, no sequel to remake. It's 3 years later. What do you mean? I don't understand what y'all are saying. It says Mortal Kombat 2. And you said MK2. So I assume it's a sequel to the remake. Fist my bump. No, no, that's not it. That's not it. Sequel to Mortal Kombat in 21. Oh, but 21 is a remake, right? I didn't realize that they had remade the old one. I guess I just need to watch movies. See, this is why I don't watch like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have so many things I need to get caught up on because I just like have a gap of knowledge in media from like it honestly goes from like 2010 until like 2020. And it's because I was just like so busy literally working for a corporation like sun up to sundown. Literally, and I have almost nothing to show for it. That's like the worst part of it. But no, I'm not quite the cinephile. Not quite. Not quite. Yeah, I was hustling. I was well more like scrambling to survive in this capitalist wasteland. But yeah, similar vibes. Same sentence, different font. Um, correct. Remake was decent, but sequel was better. I'm gonna have to check them out. I might watch those back to back. I like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is something I used to play with my cousins in my aunt's basement. My cousin Travis, he had the Super Nintendo, and I would always, when we were over there, I was like, "Can I please play your Super Nintendo?" Because we didn't have the Super Nintendo. We had the regular Nintendo, and I had the regular Nintendo for years, and I never got the Super Nintendo. I only had the regular Nintendo, so I got all the games I could find at flea markets and everything else. I stayed on the NES system for a minute. And then I got an N64. And that was, ooh, that was my, y'all, you know, everyone has that system that they grew up with. Mine was the N64. And honestly, all the best games were the ones that you could use the expansion pack on. And that was my bread and butter. It was all the N64 expansion pack games. I actually burned out an expansion pack and had to purchase another expansion pack because mine burned out. Yeah, crazy memory. Has anyone seen the new Michael Jackson movie? I have not. I don't know if I will. Does it like glorify him? Sorry, my audio is like weird and it keeps like peeking out. It's really messing with me. And I think I need to just turn down my gain. Here we go. That might be a little better. I don't know if I'm gonna see the new Michael Jackson movie, honestly. You went from the NES generation to Sega? To Sega Genesis? To PlayStation. And you've stuck with them since. That's real. I get that. I get that a lot. If I could get a Sega Genesis, I would play one. I didn't really have access to one, and I never really owned one. I like Sonic games, so I was my brother had a PlayStation 2, so and we had a regular PlayStation, so I was on PlayStation a little bit. But honestly, what I mostly gamed on was the Nintendo 64 and the Nintendo games. They speed through events from what I heard. It is okay. I'll probably skip that. I don't think I don't really want to watch that. He was just like a prolific creep, and I would just rather not. Like, I skip his music. Like, I've got him blocked in like all my music libraries. I just kind of avoid things that make me feel icky. I just tend to avoid. That's my MO. I stick to PlayStation because I'm a pirate. Could you like burn PlayStation games or something? Was there like a you could get like an expansion or a modifier that lets you play like burned games. Creep? Yeah. Yeah, Michael Jackson was a bit of a creep. He was a bit of a creep, and yeah, that's why I tend to avoid Michael Jackson. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my audio. It keeps peaking weird. Here, this should help a lot. I'm gonna put a monitor on it because I just keep peaking, and I don't want to keep doing that. I'm gonna bring up the gate a little bit. Let's do like 95. Hi. Nope, still did it. I should be able to yell. Ah. Nope. Check. Nope, still too much. Check. Nope. Can I? Maybe I just bring it down just a bit. Ah. Hey. Hey. That's nope. I'm still peaking. I don't know what to do. I need to go through Holly's audio stuff. She posted a bunch of audio stuff, and I just haven't time to sit down and apply it to my stream. Um, Let me see. Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, Michael Jackson was a creep. If you don't know about it, Google it. I think it's TOS. Like, we can't really talk about the stuff that he did. Just know that he was a PDF file. There's a PDF file on him. So yeah. Um, yes, you could burn games till PS3, and then you could jailbreak the PS3 and download your games to the hard drive. Oh yeah, everyone would have like hard drive expansions on the PS3 and stuff. See, at that point, I no longer like my family wasn't rich. I was really poor. I didn't really have the best situation growing up, and college was not paid for. I didn't get a scholarship or anything because I barely got through high school just because of all my life stuff going on. But I digress. The gaming, I didn't have time for gaming, and I just was working and moved to California and got into the film industry, and then realized I hated the film industry, and then got into the events industry, and then got an escape room, and then landed at the co-op. And then y'all met me. That's when I was like, all right, I want to start a Twitch channel. Um, but up until that, I was just like trying to survive. That's why there's like a good gap of when I was on like the internet, because after like during that whole time, I was posting just like memes. I was a meme account. If you go to my Instagram, um, the Instagram is literally just a meme account. It's like 10 slide me, like I used to go like viral for like agitprop memes, like political communist memes. That was my bread and butter. I'm out of tea. Found a PS3 with a missing hard drive. It's the only reason I had one, and figured out how to jailbreak it. Oh, that's my guy. See, poverty will have you figure some shit out. Um, you can't say enough about that. Unfortunately, like that's not the best way. Like you end up with some crazy situation. People do desperate things in desperate situations, and we should strive to have no poverty. Like that's the goal. That's what we're shooting for. That's the mission. It's just been like really busy weekend. Just really busy weekend. Yeah, nothing is really physical, and we own nothing. Yep, that's where we're at. Marx talked about this. Not to go like full commie on you, chat, but Marx literally theorized and wrote in his writings that we would reach a stage of hyper commodification in capitalism where everything's commodified. And he was right. Like, we're getting there. Like, you can't go outside without spending $100. Like, especially now that gas is insane. It's pretty much like I don't like it might snap back. Like, I don't know how many more times it can snap back, but it might snap back. But like, how long does the system got? Honestly, like, make sure you know how to garden. Uh, you know what, chat? Do not give up hope. All of the hope, all of the thoughts, and all of the effort should be going towards a solar punk future. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. That's solar panels. That's using the technology because it's available and it can help you do things. But that involves, like, if you're going to do things with like AI, download an AI on a computer. Don't use an internet AI that's like burning water and raising people's power bills. You can put AI in like a little computer that's just your own private personal AI. And it's like pretty much we're going to need to use the technologies that are available, and things like your own little private AI on your own little house server are things that people are going to need to know how to do. Having your own capable AI on a server that doesn't burn people's water or power or use limited resources and do all the evil things that we don't like AI for can control your house. You can do like smart home automations and things like that, like with a model that you download locally. So do not give in to the temptations to do not be nihilistic. There's no point. But also don't miss the bus. There's stuff happening that is going to change everything. The implications of AI are insane. As it gets advanced, as it gets more and more advanced, as they start to develop more and more models. Like I just reported on in the news today, GM got caught selling consumer data to the insurance companies from car data, from smart car data. So we can't trust corporations. So that means we need to start developing our own ways to resist and rebel because their systems aren't trustworthy. So imagine with me if you had your own AI at your house and you could plug your car into your house computer and tell it to kill the snitch in your car or something. Like it figured out the software and what it needed to do to hack into the system. Like, we might need some AI accomplices, chat. Like, I'm sorry. Like, things are getting like crazy into the point to where giving ourselves the decision to just not participate is you're basically deciding to sit down and die. Like, you can't just stop participating and stop learning and stop, using the new tools because people are going to look at you like, a monkey sitting there playing with coconuts because, everyone's like learning how to use it. Like, I'm trying to find a job right now, and apparently my job doesn't exist anymore unless you're willing to do it with AI. They want AI powered housing analysts and things. Like, everything out there's changing so fast. And it's important that we start to dream what is the future that we're fighting for. And there's a really, really cool sort of, call it like, group project, like, across the leftist spectrum. And it all fits into this like ideological solar punk aesthetic where it's like we are rebelling and creating systems that are sustainable using the technology that's available in defiance of this system. Um, and that looks a lot like private servers and solar panels, and building like your own like a battery that can power your house for for when the solar grid starts, when the power grids start going down. I didn't cover it in today's news for people with a job, but they're projecting like some of the largest like energy blackouts that the country's ever seen, because like apparently the last oil tanker that was bound for the country from the Middle East is like here or something, like it's arriving soon, and there might be like rolling blackouts and stuff. So get a garden in the ground, get some solar panels, get a power bank, get some kind of solar charging capability and a way to store that power. I want y'all to be comfortable and safe. Things are unfortunately rapidly decaying. The job market, as I've reported today, is getting more and more volatile. Even for jobs for stuff that we know is desperately needed, like homelessness specialists in Los Angeles. Like, they can't even catch a break. So, I know I'm ranting, but yeah, it's just like, it's only a matter of time till it all falls down. That's unfortunate. But it's like, what does that look like? Because like everything doesn't just shut down. That's the one thing I want to ask is like, what do you think? Like everyone's like, oh, we're gonna have rolling blackouts and gas is gonna be $5-10 a gas. You're still gonna have to go to work. Your rent is still gonna be due. You are still gonna have to pay your utility bills. You still have to eat. Start figuring out how to do those things. Get a garden, learn how to make things from scratch. You know what I wish I had, that I wish I had room for, that I don't? I wish I had a cow. I like dairy. I eat a lot of dairy products. I wish I had a cow. If I could have a cow, I would. Nowhere near enough land for a cow. Not where I live. Oh, they just gave me my yearly review of my partner stock plan that we talked about last week. How did that go? Because like everything's kind of dipping. Like the economy's not doing great. There's some companies that are doing gangbusters, but it's all the terrible ones that you would think. Palantir, anything to do with like making missiles, fighter jets, that kind of stuff. Those stocks are booming. But grocery stores, not doing great. That's wild out here right now, honestly. We gotta build systems outside the systems. That's the only thing that's gonna save any of us. And all of us having systems outside the systems is what's gonna save all of us. Because then we can coordinate and work with each other. My hope, and everything's going to shit. And I want to give y'all a take. This is the take of somebody who is forever an optimist, that realizes we are sliding into a nihilist reality. And I don't want y'all to like confuse what I'm saying. I'm not describing myself as a nihilist at all. I don't think of myself as a nihilist, and I always think we should have hope. But I do think of myself as an optimist who realizes we are sliding into the nihilist reality that they imagined, that things would just start going off the deep end. A third party reviews the company because the company is privately owned. Oh, okay. Is that now? Are you talking about the evaluation for how much the company is worth? And is that what they base your retirement stocks on? So basically, you get to own a private stock working there too, which is cool. That is a cool thing to hold a private stock, usually. But I digress. We are sliding into a reality where everyone's like, everything's going to collapse and people are going to have to turn to socialism and da-da-da-da. As an optimist, I'm like, oh, this is the conditions in which we organize. This is when people have no choice other than to put down their phones and stop watching TV. When they get hungry, when the power stops working, when the cell towers go down, then anyone that is willing to contribute to a garden and canning duties and take turns watching kids and the stuff that you need to do in order to survive as a community, that's when it gets real. That's when that stuff really comes into your material conditions, to use the socialist words. That's when they kick in. And I'm ready to get to work. I've been to work, but if stuff gets bad, I'm just ready to get to more work. That's just how it works. It's just crazy the things that are changing. Yes, that is what the partners have, private stock. So the third party reviews us and our stock is based on that, which since 2015, it's been good. This is about to take a turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Your company would need to get if it's a cooperative, it has to get what's called a reserve study. If it's just a private company or a corporation, usually you have to get what's called a capital needs assessment. And then once you have the capital needs assessment, that kind of tells you how much money you're supposed to have in case things happen. Extra money for payroll, extra money for insurance, extra money for repairs, extra money for things called capital expenditures, which are just large projects to update your building and infrastructure work and yada yada. Your capital needs assessment is what values your assets, or how much money you need, how much capital you need to have on hand based on your assets. And then everything plays out from there. You can put everything into, a debt to debt coverage services ratio, which, you can put that towards, a loan to understand what the risk level is of the loan. And that plays out to a cool 1 decimal point number. I'm full of all kinds of useful information in a capitalist system because unfortunately, I learned long ago that in a sea of capitalism, you have to learn how to swim, otherwise you're going to drown. And I speak the language of the capitalist. You know what? And historically, just saying, communists have been economists. All the ones that wrote, Marx was an economist who wrote about the economies, who understood business and economies. The company is building new stores nearly every year and renovating stores as well. Yeah, and that means they might be spending a lot of capital, so the valuation might go down if they're a little cash poor, or if they took out a bunch of loans in order to do those expansions. in the life cycle of a corporation, it is normal for there to be a dip. That is normal as a life cycle, especially in a growth stage. There should still be a responsible capital to asset ratio, even taking on new debt. If you're doing the debt service coverage ratio, you should stay in that 1.2 to 1.5 range. But that's fine if there's a solid business plan to work your way out of that and pay off the loans, and then possibly remortgage or refinance the mortgage, and get more favorable terms to continue on a successful business model. The company is building. The company owns the land it builds on, and rents the areas out to businesses like liquor stores, restaurants. That is a solid development business model that prints money, because in America, owning land is a class status symbol, an indicator. In the United States, if you don't own land, you're not building wealth in a way that's sustainable or in a way that's inheritable, typically. Most people don't just keep all of their assets liquid. One of the number one things you do is buy land. And that's mainly because land doesn't typically depreciate. It's always worth more than what you paid for it. And unfortunately, our whole economy is built on that. And we look at land as an asset and a vehicle to store wealth. And historically, that's been used to keep wealth out of the hands of the marginalized. Especially when it comes to owning wealth in sought areas. There are barriers to purchasing land, including homeowners associations and things that are meant to act as a filter. And just by having a society that's built on land and land ownership, we have a society with a filter that keeps out queer and brown people. That's the system. Even without people in it, which people are still going to end up being the ones that manage the transactions, real estate transactions and the bank loan and all the other things. But all of those processes are historically non-favorable to the marginalized. So the vehicles to wealth are the things that keep the poor poor. Gnarly. It's crap system we got, but damn, are we proud of it. That's just that's sometimes that can be risky. A business model like that, it hinges entirely on research and market research and community growth research, mostly, because your goal is to try to buy some land that's not worth very much in an area that's being developed into. And the less developed it is, the cheaper you'll get that land. And hopefully the developed sprawl develops into it. Also, we can call that gentrification. And if that develops into the area where you hold that asset, obviously then you can rent it for more. That asset becomes worth a lot more. Predatory. Everything all about all of it. Every step, every part, every transaction, the relationships, it's all predatory. And that's what we built our society on. And we have good people literally losing their minds trying to figure out, why is everything this bad? Why is everything terrible? It's because this is the bones of the system. The whole thing's based off of ownership. Home ownership, land ownership, factory ownership, means of owning the means of capital. That is what makes this country run. That's what this country runs on. It's a wild system when you really kind of just look at it, kind of go, seems really unfair for people. Maybe we should change something about this. The company is only based in Texas and has been the number one retailer in the nation, beating out Walmart and Amazon. What store is that? That's lit. I mean, don't dox yourself. Maybe you just have to DM me. But I'm interested to know that's a to beat out Walmart and Amazon, which I just said 2 seconds ago that the number one thing for why that business model would be successful would be research. Those two companies spend untold amounts of money on research. HEB. Huh, I'll have to look them up. Maybe it's worth putting some of my retirement stocks in my IRA into your. Oh, wait, it's private. That's right. I can't. Well, hold on to your fancy private stocks then, crazy dad. I don't want them anyway. But we're going to go ahead and start an ad. It is the top of the hour. We're going to take like 5 minutes to stretch your legs, grab a drink of water, grab a snack. Don't go anywhere, though, because I'll be right back to run my mouth. See you soon. We are back. What's up? How's it going? What I miss? What I miss with you? Anything? What's the vibe? I think I'm probably gonna I know that I said I was gonna do like a long like marathon stream for Red Dead Redemption um Saturday, but like I got wrapped up in a project for something that I was working on and I couldn't get away. Um I think this weekend I might be able to do probably like a Saturday really long gaming stream. And the goal will be to get as far into Red Dead Redemption's late game, if not finish it. Um, as late as possible, if not finish it. Um, the story kind of went off the rails. I didn't expect to go to like Guarum, like not like leave the United States. I know they were trying to get out of the United States, but I always thought that was going to end up just being like a dream. I thought they might like disappear into another part of the country. Maybe it says they leave into like Mexico or something. I never expected them to be like actually trying to go to what they say, Tahiti. They said they're trying to disappear to like Tahiti. Um yeah. See if we can't get as far into that as we can. It's not like people are people are really, I don't know, I think they're bored with it. Cause like I think most people have played the beginning of it. I think the beginning of it's really good and they do a really good job at establishing the characters. And that's why you're kind of willing to go on the somewhat crazy journey. But as a gamer and someone that plays a lot of games and understands these emotional hooks and the plot devices, I feel drug on this crazy journey. And I'm like, all right, I get why most people who put this much time into it are like, they're like committed at this point. And I'm sure that like it feels crazy. But for me, it just felt like a plot gimmick. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you think in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. But so far, that's my take. I haven't finished it yet. Maybe the ending is going to tie it all together and I'm wrong. I'm okay with that. But so far, that's how I feel. I feel a little dragged around by Red Dead Redemption 2. But also, I do want to make sure everyone knows that I'm going to be doing just chatting every week now, Mondays. Or maybe we'll just try it for a while. You think I'm right, but you've never played it? Have you watched it a lot or something? How do you think I'm right? How do you even have an opinion on it? I just think that most people really like the game or what the game's about, like the mechanics of the game. They did a really good job with like the horses and the behaviors of the horses and stuff. And I think a lot of people just like really, yeah, just like how people talk about it, they love Red Dead Redemption. The world and the mechanics, they got it so right. I just feel like they got a little goofy with the story. And they did such a good job in like the first few chapters that when you get to the chapters where it gets a little crazy, most people are just like willing to forget it. I'm just being critical because I don't know, I play video games for a living. My bad. But it's like, unfortunately, just like one of those things where like you either really, really like it or it's just not for you. And I've found the clips do really well. Like people love the game. Like people love Red Dead Redemption. Don't get me wrong. Like every time I post a clip from there, it's like guaranteed likes. But I feel a little dragged around by it. And after you get past like chapter 4, chapter 5, people stop showing up because like the part they really like are like the core mechanic chapter, like the chapter 1, 2, and 3. And I think because it goes off the rails, maybe that is why a lot of people haven't finished it. And it's not even because it gets hard. It just gets kind of weird. Yeah, that's my take. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm too critical. Or maybe I'll change my mind when I finish it. But clip it. We'll find out when I'm done. We'll compare the clips. I've really enjoyed it. I've just noticed, I've noticed a drop. After I left the United States and went to like Guaro, it really started with Saint Denis. Like once I got out of the like Confederate town, and it stopped being just like Wild West, and like we're starting to get into the towns that have been touched by the Industrial Revolution, people are less interested. I'm getting less comments, less engagement, less views on the clips. It's people are really like that Wild West fantasy. The like cowboys living in the range, roughing it with tents, eating beans out of a can. People romanticize the shit out of that. They can't get enough of it. But then the second you add like telegraph wires and trains, they're just like, you ruined it. The second there's like electricity and like cobbled streets. As soon as you go from the dirt streets to the cobbled streets, they just throw their hands up like, I don't want to watch that. At least that's what it seems like. People are all in for essentially like just Hatfield and McCoy's, you and what's that family that you're always, there's the brothers or whatever that you're always getting in a fight with, the Doonigans, I can't even remember their name. But technology or civilization? It's really, it's technology, I think. Like the people that are romantic for that game, that romanticize that game, like the aspect of limited technology. And the second there starts to be some like technologies enter, they're not with it. Like they don't mind the little ghost towns. The little ghost towns with the sheriff, a shop so you can stick up the general store owner or whatever. But the second that like the general store owner can telegraph the police and they all start coming before you even get out of the city, people are like, this sucks. Unless it's Grand Theft Auto. If you want that, you want that. You want all of the technologies. You want the cell phone and a car and the ability to steal a helicopter. It's a different one. You know what? You know what would be really cool though, that I don't think I've seen, would be like a steampunk Grand Theft Auto. Something with like trains. Because like Red Dead Redemption is like kind of that. Like it starts to lean into that. But to have like a muskets and trains and swords, steampunk kind of like, cannons and hacked technologies, steam-powered technologies would be kind of cool. Is that a thing? Let me see. Steampunk GTA. No. There's not an official one. But there's one called Rustler that's close. That would be sick. Yeah, people enjoy areas before tech and main civilization. I would consider Borderlands steampunk. Yeah, so here's the thing. Borderlands is astropunk because the punk is the attitude, and then the prefix is just the era. What era of punk? Are you punk? Modern punk? Postmodern punk? Steampunk? You see astropunk, space punk. It's just like different flavors of punk. Solar punk. That's the one. That's the one we should be chat. I know I dedicated, this is supposed to be a channel that's striving for an automated luxury space age communism. The way we get there is solar punk. We're gonna have to go through solar punk to get to fully automated luxury gay space communism. Solar punk comes first, then we get fully automated luxury gay space communism. That's the order. Okay. Solar punk, fully automated luxury gay space communism, profit. Or whatever. So something along the lines of the movie Wild Wild West. Yes. Yes, like that movie where they had like the gun popped out of the belt and it was like he had the inventor that could make things and everything was like steam powered. It was like cowboys with steam powered motors. Like technology goes crazy with steam. So there's like spring powered and steam powered gadgets aplenty. You know, automatic guns, maybe a goofy robot that's powered by steam. Very limited and clunky, but possible. That would be a cool GTA. Everything's got sort of a Western flair, but technologies and a little bit of fantasy to it. That would be a sick game. That could be a Bethesda, if you're listening to me, listen. Space games, you don't have it in you. I love you. You didn't pull it off. But a solar punk game, Bethesda. Hear me out. Or maybe Rockstar. Rockstar just always makes me feel like Rockstar feels like it's games made by people that hate games. I don't feel like a lot of their stuff is really just kind of like you do the button, you do the order, and there's not really a lot of skill in it, but you can get good at the system. What do you think, chat? Let me know what you think in the comments, because I might just be completely off base. I don't think I have a favorable opinion of Rockstar because I'm usually somebody who's screaming slurs in the microphone at the top of their lungs while they're flying a fighter jet into me while I'm just trying to use the ATM. That's an average Rockstar experience for me. But I don't know. Maybe they can do steampunk. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, BioShock games are steampunk. Yes, Infinite. I know what you're talking about. I need to play BioShock. BioShock should probably go on the list of games that I go back and play as we do this 2026 playing games we missed for escapism during the fascist uprising. That's the full title of the series. I don't think I've played BioShock. Everybody loves BioShock. BioShock Infinite. Here's BioShock includes 2 games. BioShock includes BioShock and BioShock 2. Or BioShock and BioShock Remastered come together. That's funny. That's added to the wish list. That's $20. So there's BioShock, and then there's like BioShock Infinite. I don't know what that is. I'll put them on the wish list if anybody wants to get those for me. They're on the wish list. There's a flying, so I guess you're underwater in BioShock and you're flying in BioShock Infinite. Oh, the third one. There was the second one. See, I didn't even. Oh, BioShock 2 would be the title. I can count to 2. Okay, so BioShock 2. And that's the one with the little girls on the monsters with the arm that's a drill. I recognize that. When I think BioShock, that's what I think of. I think most people do. But I think BioShock's definitely going to be one of the titles that I have to go back and play. It's on the list, as well as and I actually own this one. We are supposed to go play. Oh God, I always forget the name of it. The one that has communism in it. It's Disco Elysium, and I actually own Disco Elysium. So yeah. Got so many games. Tomorrow we will be doing a game review. I've now made a folder for all the games that I have that need to be reviewed. Games that were given to me for free. Some of them I've made commitments to review. I think I've probably actually satisfied all of those. But I do feel, and this is a personal thing, and I may let it go eventually, but I feel as though if someone is going to give me their game for free, I want to say something about it on stream. And it could be negative, but that's the cost of giving me your stuff for free. If you give it to me, I'm going to make some kind of content out of it. I might play it on stream. I might talk about it on stream after I play it. I might do an actual official review. I might post content. I might post clips. But if you send me your game, and it's not just a crap game, because and it's not turn-based, because like I just don't really vibe with turn-based. I don't have the attention span to deal with turn-based anymore. Like I couldn't even get through Baldur's Gate because I want live action. The Arkham games were always fun, not punk, but just fun. Well, Joker has a mohawk toward the end of the first one, so semi-punk. Fair. That's totally fair. And honestly, I would say the Arkham Asylum games do have somewhat of a punk, gritty leather jacket kind of vibe. And if it doesn't, it's the same sentence, different font. Yeah, I would say the Arkham Asylum games have a punk aesthetic. That's not a stretch, not for me anyway. But I digress. My favorite game ever is a unique timeline. Fallout is the like literally like archetype of alternate timeline. Like when you think alternate timeline game, most people think like Fallout, because it's literally like different timeline completely. If the bombs fell in 1950, what would it look like today? Or actually, it's like 100 years from now. I think like 200 years. I think like the games are like 22. It might be 21. But it's like, that's fun. I like games like that where you can, it's easy to suspend your belief, because these days it's getting harder and harder to like enjoy games. Like I can't even like get online without like people like harassing me. So I've started to change, like it's getting pretty bad, and I've started to rebrand even the gamer tags over to Jamie Delphine, mostly so I can just play in peace. Like I'm really just like sick of people like targeted harassment. It's exhausting, especially when I'm fighting the system and try to move the needle in both my career and in my streamer hobby. And then when I just want to unwind and play some Marvel Rivals, I don't want to debate my existence. I don't want to have to fight for the right to exist in the lobby. Like, get the fuck out of here. I just want to game. So, let me know how you are getting treated lately in the comments, if you've been seeing extra harassment, because I have. And it wasn't this bad before. Like, and the companies still enforce bans, they still enforce mutes. The companies are the ones enforcing it, but the government's fueling it. So, yeah. Um, Hell, after this, I don't know if anybody wants to maybe game. Maybe I'll after stream, I'll just hop in the Discord and do garbage time in the Discord. Cause like I decided to cut the stream from it's 3 hours, cause like I would lose a lot of people after the second hour. And it was the game. I'm just gaming. I'm not really doing much anyway. I try not to play online. Too many adults acting like kids. No, that's real. And you have to actually get put in lobbies with kids. Occasionally you have to listen to kids, especially like Fortnite. Like one of the main reasons I don't play Fortnite is because I don't like actively playing with like minors. Like I don't like hanging out with minors. Like I don't mind kids, but like when I'm in my free time, like I'm not looking to hang out with kids. Um and when I first started my stream, it took me a while to honestly understand that. I was like, well, I'm streaming, and when it comes to like making content, make sure that you have the broadest audience possible. And that's just not streaming. Like I'm not streaming to kids. This content's not made for anyone under 18. Like I've even started doing like the news. Like we're here to hang out as adults. We vibe as adults, and honestly, I don't even allow anyone in chat that's under 18. If you're under 18 and you're in chat, you get banned. So don't see. Yeah, tweens are extremely exhausting because they assert their independence, they assert their dominance that they just haven't earned yet. It's really hard to be on a team with someone who's telling us this needs to happen, it's this person's fault. And it's like, buddy, I can see the stats, and I'm a housing asset manager. I understand how to read numbers. And cause and effect, not your strong point. So let me explain this to you. And then that turns into like name calling really quick. I mean, I don't talk to him that way necessarily. I'm just like, I don't think that's it. I think it's probably our DPS that's negative and has more deaths than they do kills. And, you know, their DPS keeps getting to our support, and they can't heal us because their face is pushed up against the wall. So, we should probably deal with that. Yeah, exactly. Every finger they point, there's several pointing right back with kids, with argumentative adults even. People accuse, mostly, they lash out when it's like they're trying to get rid of stress because they've done something wrong. And it's obvious, but people do it. And what I've come to learn just about life in general is like there are people that are trying to like engage with people in life, and there are people that are just like on autopilot and just doing what they're told, doing the thing that's handed to them. And it's just, you're going to encounter both kinds of people. They haven't gotten to the point of accepting their faults yet. Exactly. There's like, and everyone calls it like your front lobe develops, but some people's never do. And it's like you just have to accept that there are people that want to go around just taking, and they'll never have enough. And the only thing they know is what has been put in front of them. And that's usually like, strategies for building wealth and superficial communities and relationships. And our society is geared to cater to them. Those people spend the most money. Your socialites and whatnot. They make the best influencers because they encourage people to spend the most money. It pays to be vapid and shallow. Trust me. Like when I was in my era, I was gaming streamer. I was doing the raving. I was rave bunny. I had a lot of offers for like paid sponsorships and stuff coming in for stuff that like I didn't want to do. Some like spicy things that offered lots of money. Like people want to give you money and they want to draw that energy, that I don't want to call it like unawareness, because like still people are like, even I was aware. I was still posting like communist memes, and a lot of people still are activists that still engage in those kinds of lifestyles. But people want to latch on to that like it's money, spending money, that not it's excess. Because like you can live with nothing, next to nothing that we do these days. You don't have to have the like, you know, nails and hairs, clothes, car, jewelry, all the name brand water bottle. You don't, you need like a garden, dirt to put food in the ground, grow food, and like a water source. It's like really what you like need, and we have really complicated things beyond that. And it's gotten so complicated that people look to people who just seem to effortlessly navigate this complex system and aspire to be like them. And that aspiration leads people to spend money to try to achieve that effortlessness. Did that make sense? If I do, let me know in the comment. If not, let me know that I lost you. Because it becomes, it's a cycle. Like you buy these things, you do these things because it begets these other opportunities that then begets these other opportunities. So you then enter into a cycle of upkeep, and it's expensive and it's exhausting, and it's a hard horse to get on, and a lot of people don't even realize that they're on it. But some people that fall off never learn how to get back on. It's the cycle of looking like you were in control. That's the best way I can say it. People want to feel like they're in control. And we live in a system that nobody has control. So it has become a profession to look like you're in control. And that's sad. Let me know what you think in the comments, because that's sad. It's like, there's like people that honestly don't even know how to do anything that are like famous, like really famous, mostly for like confidence. And then they go and actually try to do something and it's bad. There's a lot of case examples. We've late stage capitalism, baby. Late stage capitalism. Man, what a time to be alive. What a time. We've got video games that are practically simulations. We have people that are famous for sleeping with famous people, essentially. Well, I mean, there are people that build entire brands off of that. There are like people that become reality game show hosts that then eventually run for president of the entire country. It's getting really weird. Like we're at the point where it's like we've got computers stealing jobs, and like computers are making art. They're stealing artists' work. They're stealing the art from the artists and they're feeding it to the robots so that our artists don't have work anymore. What? Man, we live in a world that is built like we're redesigning our energy system, like our power system, faster than we've ever done it before. Not for people, but because suddenly we have really, really big computers that need it. And people in Flint still don't have clean drinking water. People in Flint, Michigan. And it's like, damn. This is real life, chat. What? Cyberpunk is not that far off. Like, Cyberpunk is almost a crystal ball. Like, Idiocracy at this point was a documentary. Yeah. And like you don't own. We talked about it earlier in chat. So you don't own anything. You don't get to own anything. You pay for software, you lease hardware. Some people don't even own their furniture. Some people just like rent to own furniture or lease a furnished apartment, and it is becoming that's becoming more and more common. So this is it. This is the late stage capitalism. We made it. Yay! Like I thought it was further away than this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna have like a normal life in the liberal hell that I grew up in. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be worse, but like I'll just have to do what my parents did, basically. Like that was my guess. But it is rapidly becoming clear that like things might change within our lifetime. They need to, and it's looking pretty likely. Um, Especially with the whole oil thing. The oil thing's like, oh shit, this might be closer than anyone thought. I didn't even think it like we would like be at war again in my lifetime. I didn't think so. Scroll my TikTok. Ooh, hydrate. I don't know, hydrate. I'll be right back. Be right back. I just want to grab the water. I actually could use the water. Okay, here we go. Wada wada. Wada 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 wada. Thank you for the hydrate. I had quite the speech. Even you got thirsty. Was it a speech? I mean, I was just ranting. I was just yapping. I was responding to what y'all are saying in chat. I mean, this is it. We're in the hyper-capitalism. Thank you for the water. Appreciate you. Wait, where's my sound?
Hello, how are you?
Morning, guys.
Morning, guys. Okay, and what pump, sir?
The only fucking car out there. That there. The only fucking car out there.
All right, you want your receipt?
How rude.
What, like I'm gonna return it?
All right, have a good day.
Some people are so up.
I know.
Yeah, like your fucking dog.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing today?
These are so staged. And if they're not staged, then I'm just like absolutely horrified. I really hope they're staged. I made it nice by calling it a speech instead of a rant. No, that was a rant, bro. That was straight up. That was a rant. That was one hell of a rant. That was a rant of all time. It's super rantable. Okay.
63 cents.
Wait.
Hello, how you doing?
Must be nice working in the fucking air, fucking bitch.
What?
Hey, how you doing?
Can you shut the
These are
fuck
staged.
up?
Hello, how are you?
Morning, guys.
Morning, guys. Okay, and what pump, sir?
The only fucking car out there. That there. The only fucking car out there.
All right, you want your receipt?
Oh, what, like I'm
shit.
gonna return
Oh.
it?
All right, have a good day.
Some people are so up.
I know.
Yeah, like your fucking dog.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing today?
good.
Let me get 50 cent on pump 3. Where you going, next pump?
Would you like your receipt?
Where are you going next?
You think I'm gonna do? Return it after I wipe my ass? That's a dumbass question.
Hey, how are you?
Maybe you need expensive.
You like these? I really don't like them.
I really don't give a fuck what you like. How much are they?
Hey.
Por ellos. Hola, ¿cómo están?
Good. $3.63.
Huh?
$3.63.
Bitch, I speak English. Espérame. Esta gringa se cree que...
Hello, how you doing?
Must be.
That was kind of funny.
You're from Mexico? You're a Mexican, not a Mexican. Okay, well sit down, abuela.
What?
Oh my goodness. Oh my God, what are you drinking? Tequila? Nice. You know what would go great with that tequila? Some ice. Get in here. Can we move in?
That's not
Yep.
funny.
We got one.
She just wanna fix.
Hi everybody, here are some weird things my ex-boyfriend did in our 2-month-long relationship. We're going from least weird to most weird. So coming in at number 5, he used to say things like, "You're just so boy funny." I never thought I'd meet a girl with like actual real boy humor. He's like, "You just give like, you have older brother humor." I don't have any brothers. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry, I got too mad. Coming in at number 4, I was forcing him to watch K-pop music videos, and I was like doing the little dance, and I was like, "Oh, I could be one of them, right? I could be one of them." And he said, he took a long pause, and he's like, "But they're so thin."
Oh, I would have murdered him.
But they're so thin.
I would have murdered him.
And he meant it as a compliment. That was not a compliment. Number 3, I had my sister for Secret Santa last year, and on her list was the door pull-up thingy. And so I went Christmas shopping with him, and I was like, "Hey, we have to stop by this store because I need the door pull-up thing." And he said, "Is that for your sister?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you sure she wants that?" And I was like, "Yes, it's on her list." And he was like, "Do you know what she's gonna like do with it?" I was like, pull-ups. And he was like, "It's just that girls don't usually like doing pull-ups. Like, girls don't usually like toning their arms. Girls
so
don't
this
usually
guy
like having
hates
big
women.
arms." I was like, "It's what my sister asked for, and she does want big arms." And he was like, "Well, maybe she's gonna do something else, not pull-ups with it. Maybe like, cause like she's a girl, she wouldn't want to do pull-ups." And guess what? Her arms are toned as hell, and she uses it every day. Number 2, he was, I guess 2.5 as well. When I first started dating him, I said, what are your red flags? He said, I tend to make my partners jealous. I tend to try and make my partners jealous. And I said, ew, cringe. You wouldn't do that to me though, right? He's like, no, probably not. He comes over, he was a barista. He comes over to my house one day after work and he's like, some girl was flirting with me at work and gave me her number.
Hold on, pause, because like most guys that are baristas are ran through. Like they just are.
And I was like, cool. On a little piece of paper, she wrote it down. He threw it away. But before he threw it away, he took a photo of it to show to me. I was like, why would you do that? He was like, I didn't think you'd believe me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You dumb fucking bitch. You're weird. And coming in at number 1, this is not even weird. This is just straight up diabolical. 2 days into our 2-month-long relationship, we were supposed to hang out at 8 p.m. And I texted him at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. He didn't text me back. I just assumed he was taking a nap. It was no big deal. But I texted him at like 7:50, basically being like, okay, it's cool. I left my phone in my room, and then I came to my couch and I took a nap watching my favorite show. And I woke up maybe 45 minutes into my nap. I woke up, and he's in my apartment. I was like, how the fuck did you get in here? He's like, oh, your balcony door was open. Reader, I live on the 2nd floor, and I live alone. I live on the 2nd floor. He climbed my balcony.
Call the cops.
He climbed my balcony.
And I don't believe
the
the
cops. To be like, you should really start locking that thing. Bitch, nobody was gonna fucking break in my balcony if you had not broken in my balcony. Hi everybody, here are some weird things my ex-boyfriend did in our 2-month-long relationship.
Dodged a
We're going from
fucking
least weird
bullet.
to most weird.
It's the same.
Oh, that's sick. For like an attic. Oh, that's sick. I do like those barn doors. Oh, that's really cool. So you can like climb over the fence. Oh, that's cool. It turns it into a balcony. I do like, I've seen those vents. Oh, that's insane. Like a storm cellar. Like a wine cellar. That's cool, the stairs going up into the... Oh yeah, the laundry chute. I've seen one of those. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's neat. It's a good idea for a space seating counter. I love stuff like this. This is why it's on my feed. I'm into building and like...
Name something you might like to have 2 of on your bed.
Women, Steve.
No, he didn't.
Give it to him.
Okay, that was funny.
Carson. Him I got.
It's
You went
number
over there and
1.
hugged him. A little Bible study gonna be packed next week. 2 women. Hey, Gaten, only one strike, man. Name a fruit or tea.
Oh, that's the kid from Stranger Things.
Steve.
That's the kid from Stranger Things.
Steve. Forgive me.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say banana.
All right, Nate. Name something you might like to have 2 of on your bed.
Women, Steve.
That's funny. The guy walking over to high five and makes it really funny.
I gotta give it to him.
No, you didn't.
Carson.
Him
I got. You went over there and hugged him.
He would be have the whitest name like Carson.
A little Bible study gonna be packed next week. Packed. 2 women. Hey, Gaten, only one strike, man. Name a fruit a teenager might practice art of kissing on.
Steve.
A fruit a teenager might practice
me.
kissing on.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say banana.
All right, Nate.
Come on! It had to be said. All right.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Gaten, let me tell you something.
All right. I'm scared.
Boy, sure hope that's up there.
I do too. I'm praying. I'm so praying.
It's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, right?
Banana! No strikes, man. Name a part of her body a woman uses to control her man.
Them legs.
Wrap round.
Come on now.
Wrap round.
Take it down. Come on, I'm not here to play with you.
All up the road. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with it. All up. You all in there just scrubbing. You got that leg all.
Shut up, Steve! Steve, stop it!
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, come on.
Them legs!
Just bounce around. Like aesthetic. It's like after they fill it, make it sparse, you're gonna stay to watch them fill
Y'all
it
gonna get in a lot of trouble on this one. Top 6 answers on the board. We asked 100 married men. Name something your mother-in-law has that's bigger than yours.
Smile.
He winked.
It's up there.
Shut up. Smile. A pretty woman winks at you at the bar while your wife is in the bathroom. What do? He took his hand off the He took his hand off the buzzer. No. Women, give me a word starting with W.
That was a pro gamer move.
That describes your man in the bedroom.
Weak.
Well, bro, whoever you are.
He died.
Weak. Name a reason a man thinks his wife looks as young as she did the day he married her.
Alcohol.
Yeah. He is going home alone tonight.
Boy, that's the best answer I've ever heard that might not be up there. Well, damn, that's a good answer. Alcohol. Boy, this is a fill in the blank. Girl blank.
What?
Girl, what?
Girl blank. Girl what?
It's up there.
It's up there. They did the survey in the hood. Girl what? What?
We're at the Mall
Name
of America.
You might like
so
to
it
have
wasn't
two
up
of
there.
on your bed.
That was fun.
American no steal.
No, I'm not going to steal it. I just need to see it.
Where'd you get those from?
No, you have to buy the whole thing.
Where is your king?
Right here. I'm the king.
Yes, so who do you speak for?
The company.
Yes, me buy.
But you can only buy it in the box.
Sir, do your ears work?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I do not eat the box. Yes. So I do not need the box.
Sabrina, what's this look called?
Sabrina, did you have espresso today? Me and my
Sabrina, what's this look
He's like panicking.
called?
Sabrina, did you have espresso today? Me and my
Mis ahorros. Mis ahorros.
Somebody lost an earbud.
Hi, sir. Pay the light bill at home, right?
Konnichiwa. Nihongo hamase
Oh, you don't pay the light bill?
Nihongo hamase Come nasai?
Look, it's cute. I know who it is.
Nihongo hamase
Come here.
Wait, he knows who he is?
Hi, sir. Pay the light bill at home, right?
Konnichiwa. Nihongo hamase
Oh, you don't pay the light bill?
Nihongo hamase Come nasai?
Look, it's cute. I know who it is.
Nihongo hamase
Come here.
Xin chào.
Banco no te ve con.
Jálate la luz.
Banco no te ve con. Sin Louis.
Yeah, I'm lost now.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
All right then. Well, you take it easy though, all right? ¿Hablas español? ¿Hablas español? ¿No hablas inglés?
I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, okay, for sure. مرحبا.
Yeah, hola, buenas.
هل تتحدث العربية؟
I'm Monet. I just want to make sure I can help you out here. Here, you can pick your language. I only know English, so you can pick your language.
I'm not interested. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Blessed day. Hope you have a great weekend.
Hi there, sir. Pay the light.
Okay, clap. What the fuck happened here? Hello?
I fell. No, you didn't. You got your ass beat is what the fuck happened.
Whose hair is this?
It's Ava's. I remember mopping the floor with her ass. You didn't do shit. I was untouched the whole time. Oh yeah? Wanna do it again? You look a mess, babe. Oh, you wanna laugh? Get off of me, you slut! You're
Oh, that's foul.
Why would I cheat? That's nasty.
Hey, my bad, bro. My fault.
Yeah, it is your bad.
I done grab you by your motherfucking neck and drop you on your shit, bitch. You lucky I'm being nice right now, fuck. I'll watch my step next time.
Honestly, that's me on a day-to-day. That's it. We're gonna go ahead and raid out. Doesn't seem like we only ever really raid out on gaming streams. Mondays are rough for us at the end. Every time at work. Yeah, just like, you have a good day. It's that whole, thank you. You learn to say, oh, you're very welcome, Franticus. Yeah, that whole, like, you learn to say thank you in to where, like, it sounds like fuck you when you say thank you. You're just like, thanks. Like, and you develop those skills doing customer service. But that's it. That's our broadcast for today. Again, please check out the new website. Check out all the links. Just be sure to, like, keep the Discord going. Any comments, likes, shares of comments, everything helps me out. Remember, if your car asks for your social security number, just walk away. And also, we're gonna raid out. I have a couple people. Oh, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate the biddies, Crazy Dad. Got a couple people here. Let me see if we can raid out to somebody. Because there's so many guild members, and I want to raid out to a guild member. Goodness gracious. Really not that. You know what? There's only a few people. We'll do it next time. But thanks for being here, and I will catch y'all in the next one. It's back tomorrow, and we're going to be raiding a new game. I say raiding, it sounds like I'm saying raiding. We're going to be reviewing a new game. I've got like 21 games chilling in my Steam library. They all, actually it's 23 now. They all need reviews. It's all games you've never seen before. Indie stuff. Developers that honestly could use the promotion. And you know I love to hear it. That's what I'm all about. So thanks for being here. Hope to see you tomorrow. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Catch you on the next one.